Hello, welcome back to the channel. It has been a hot minute. There has been a lot going on. So yeah, back at it, pretty excited, gonna try to do some new things. Definitely been working on some bread in the bread machine, trying to figure all of that out. But I am actually at my parents' house right now. We've just had some family stuff going on, and so I have been here. I also went on vacation, so that's another reason why I was not filming. But you know, that's just kind of how life is. Things come up, things happen, and you just roll with it. So that is what we will be doing. But I've been doing a lot of cooking since I've been here, and I've been trying to get back into it. When you take a break from anything, I feel like it just takes you have to kind of get your momentum back. And like, I enjoy cooking, but it's not my passion. I really love baking, but cooking I struggle with a little bit more. But today I'm going to be making my super easy spaghetti sauce with meat. I don't really have a recipe, but I'll write down what I'm doing below as best I can. And I think what I like so much about this particular spaghetti sauce that I do, you can do it like a decent amount ahead of time. In fact, the longer it sits in the fridge, the better it is. So if you want to do it the day before, put it in the fridge and let it sit, you definitely can do that. I've also frozen it and just pulled it out like weeks later. Also works great. So I'm gonna try to make also later today some peach bread. I've never made it before. I actually was at like a peach farm locally the other day, and they had peach bread, and I almost bought it, and I was like, I can make that. So I didn't buy it. So we did get some peaches, and they are pretty ripe, and I don't want them to go bad. So I think I'm gonna try to make some type of peach bread as well, and just see how that turns out. I am gonna use freshly milled flour, I think. It's gonna kind of be a couple recipes that I put together. I cook like that a lot. I'll print off like several recipes that I think look good, and I'll kind of combine them. So we'll see how that one also turns out. I also started my subscription to Antique Candle Co. Not sponsored at all. And I got my first, I'm doing the monthly box, not the big one, not the $80 one, and not the super small one. It's just like one candle. I'm doing, well, my mom and I both are actually doing it. It's 2 large 16-ounce candles and then 1 like 2-ounce sample candle. And we just got our July box in. And when I first smelled them, I was like, oh, these smell good. But like, you know, they didn't like knock my socks off. But we went ahead and burned them. They are so good. They are so much better when you burn them. I do not understand why. I do not get it, but they are. My mom agrees, and my sister as well. Like, once you burn the candles, they're 10 times better. So I will show you where that was opened. And we got Mama's Kitchen, clove and pine, and then a sample of pumpkin spice. And honestly, when I first opened it, I thought that the the clove and pine was gonna be my favorite. Honestly, I don't know that I have a favorite. I think they all smell wonderful. So I'm really excited about that. Our August box should come in end of this week. So maybe I'll fit that into this as well and show you kind of what those look like and tell you how those smell. But we're just doing the monthly subscription just to kind of see, you know, what it's all about. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish processing this and get my sauce started on the stove so it can kind of be marrying while I do the rest of the things I need to do today. And I will take you along with me.
Follow me out down to the bay.
Now my mom ended up purchasing 1/4 of a cow. They did a lot of hamburger meat with it. And one of the things that they did, which I think is kind of a tip, like when she chose what she was gonna grind for the hamburger meat, she actually did some of the leaner cuts to make the hamburger meat itself a leaner hamburger meat. And we really like it. It was just a local farmer that she found near us, and he was doing a full cow and she was able to get 1/4 of it. So far it's been really good, but I would say, like, you know, check around. But a tip, if you want leaner hamburger meat, add some of your other cuts to it. Okay, so while my meat browns, I'm going to make some breadsticks in the bread machine. And these are supposed to be quick, so we'll see how these turn out.
And give us a fresh start. Wilderness
half bread flour, half freshly milled flour and then half bread flour. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this milled and in the bread machine.
No more illusions, no more standing still. All of fusion will never cease to thrill.
So this recipe calls for 1.5 teaspoons of salt. My mom made this basil salt and I think it's really good in bread. So I'm actually gonna add 1.5 tablespoons of the basil salt. And this is instant yeast. You wanna make sure you're using instant or bread machine yeast.
And give us a fresh start. Wilderness, we've come for you. Like feathers in the wind, we dance along. No urge of acting strong. Wilderness, we give you our mess. We're so blessed to have you. Anchor our hearts and give us a fresh start. Wilderness, we've come for you. Wilderness, we give you our mess. We're so blessed to have you. I didn't know I was telling a lie. It's been a long day for sure. How could I resist your smile? Can we move on as before? I could wait for 1,000 years, but it won't do us any good. Will you bet if you get the chance? I know I surely would. When you're away, there's a hole in my heart. Feels like a deja vu. So come back soon, you are my missing part. I know that you'll be you. 'Cause you're my sweetheart. When you're around, I feel the sparks takes me higher, sweetheart. Let me be close to you forever, never, darling. You're my sweetheart. I will stay just to feel your heart pumping next to mine. Do you feel that I'm your missing part? That you're fine.
Okay, so it is the next day, and I am actually not cooking tonight, but the person who is cooking asked me if I would make some bread, so I'm going to get a quick loaf in and just do that for this evening. Also, update on the candles. I thought they were gonna come in today, but it said delivery failed, and it doesn't give me a reason why, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But yeah, I have about 3.5 hours before dinner, so I'm gonna need to go ahead and get these going in the bread machine. Trying to decide if I'm gonna do bread or if I'm gonna do rolls. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm just gonna get it mixing and then I'm gonna decide as I go. So we will see what these turn out to be. I always try to pour the honey after I have coated my tablespoon with oil. It just makes it kind of easy. But see, it gets most of it out. Now, if you're wondering about the peach bread, turned out delicious. I did not add the extra sugar on top, but I added like coarse salt. I thought it tasted really good, and I didn't do the optional like sugar glaze. I just didn't want that much sugar on it, but I thought it turned out really good. So that is definitely a do again. Now I'm supposed to do 460 grams of flour, and I'm gonna do partially freshly milled and then partially just bread flour. I found that that gives the best bread for me personally, is just doing a mixture. I do try to lean a little bit more of the freshly milled, but having some of the regular bread flour or even sifted milled flour, I think it makes a much softer bread. So for this recipe, I'm actually gonna do, let's see, yeah, I think I'm gonna do 300 grams of freshly milled flour, and then the last 160 grams of bread flour.
You got me out of this feverish dream. You are holding my hand. I have no clue, don't know what it means, but I know.
All right, I'm actually a little bit over, but that's okay. If you make a mistake like that, just kind of watch your dough. If it looks dry, you can always add a little bit of water while it's kneading, or if it looks too wet, you can always add a little bit more flour. So just keep an eye on it.
Sure, you are my missing part. I know that you'll be.
All right, I have decided to make life a little bit easier on myself, and I'm just gonna bake the bread right in the bread machine. I'm gonna do the wheat on the zojirushi. So you can see that the dough is just a little bit crumbly. It's not picking everything up off the side. So I'm actually gonna add just like, I don't even know, just a splash of water, maybe a tablespoon if even, and see if that helps. But yeah, it was looking a little bit dry, just probably from the extra flour I accidentally added. But we'll get it there.
Sweetheart, you're my sweetheart.
So tonight we're making like a salmon bowl, and I have been put in charge of making the cucumbers, which are just like a soy sauce kind of infused cucumber. So I'm gonna do those and then also make a peanut sauce, and then we're gonna do some mixed veggies, salmon, and rice in the Instant Pot a little bit later. But the cucumbers are better if they actually sit for a little while in the fridge. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these started and get them marinating. All right, so we're gonna coat this with a decent amount of salt and then let these sit for 30 minutes and let that moisture draw out. So when we add the marinade, it will soak into the cucumbers. All right, we're gonna go ahead and make the marinade that's gonna go on the cucumbers really quickly. All right, so now I'm gonna make the peanut sauce. It says it'll last for like 5 days in the fridge, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it just so it's ready to go before dinner tonight, just to make things easy. And I do not have sriracha, so I'm actually gonna use this General Dead Red Hot Sauce. I've never used it, well, we've tasted it before, but I've never used it in anything. I'm actually gonna do 1.5 limes. I'm gonna save this for anyone who wants to squeeze lime on top of their salmon bowl. I'm just gonna eyeball it. No need in being super precise, I feel like. All right, sauce is made. Cucumbers are almost finished, and we'll put the marinade on them and get them in the fridge so they will be marinating. And then we will be finished until it's time to actually bake the salmon and do the rice. So the August Antique Candle Company subscription box came. So I thought that I would open it. I've already smelled these. This pumpkin spice is phenomenal. I do not know. It is so, so good. And these smell so much better when you actually like burn them. This one, the Autumn Woods, it's okay. Like it's not as good as this one, but I want to burn it and then get back to you on it because they smell different in my opinion after you burn them. And then the Pineapple Apple, also decent, not as good as the pumpkin spice, but it's pretty good. I think it's a good fall smell. So definitely, I think I might burn this one right now and just see if it's any good.
So this candle still wasn't my favorite after burning, but they have a 100% happiness guarantee and you can exchange it if you don't like it. So I'm gonna try that and see how it goes. This meal ended up turning out amazing. I thought all the sauces were great, and I will link all the recipes that I have below.